join together and have fun. That is the reason why we are here today on a beautiful autumn day. Coming to you live right now, this is English Addict, broadcasting, streaming across the internets from the birthplace of the English language. Come on, Mr. Duncan, get on with it. We haven't got all day.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
Fun. That is the reason why we are here, to have fun. The world is not a bad place, despite what you may have heard on the news about the planet. Most things are okay. In life, there are good people, bad people. In nature, if you want to see something really brutal and heartless, nature, the animals around us. Right now at the back of my house, there are animals hunting other animals for lunch. The world can be a cruel place. I think it is safe to say that that is true. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? Do you have one of these on your face at the moment? I hope you are happy today. Sunday is here again. It is a day when lots of people like to take it easy. Some people like to have a rest. They like to stay in bed and have a cup of tea whilst listening to the radio perhaps, or maybe snuggling up with their partner. I don't know, because I'm not there. But for me, Sunday is always a very busy day because I have to do this. I start very early in the morning preparing the live stream for all the things I'm going to talk about, all the things I'm going to mention. Of course, the world of English is a fun and exciting place to be. I am very pleased to see you here today. We have a lot of things to talk about. We are looking at an interesting subject, choices and decisions. Choices, decisions. Two words that are often confused with each other, but they do have very separate uses and meanings within the English language. That is the reason why we are here today. It is nice to see you. I am now into my 19 years and 2 days. So now officially I am 19 years old. Well, not me. I wish I was. It would be wonderful to be 19 again. Imagine being young and knowing all the things you know now at the age you are at this moment in time. Imagine that. I'm not sure if it would turn out any better, or if it would be exactly the same perhaps, or perhaps I would avoid making certain mistakes. I'm sure we've all had that thought. If only I knew when I was young the things I know now. But of course, it is not possible. It is lovely to see you here today. Very nice. In fact, we have a lot of people on the live chat already. Very busy. Don't forget, you can chat. You can type on your computer or on your device and send me a lovely message. Can I say hello to, oh, very interesting, Valentin Goglev. Congratulations, you are first on today's live chat. Congratulations, Valentin. I have a feeling it is your first time in first place. I think so. Second, we have the former champion, but not today. Vitas. Hello, Vitas. Also, we have Beatrice. I wonder, is Beatrice in the mountains? Hello, Beatrice. I hope you are having a good day as well. We have Abdelak is here as well. Flower Espoir is here as well. We also have Alessandra, and of course, he is here as well, joining us together. It is the one, the only, Luis Mendez is here today. Hello, Luis. Nice to see you back as well. I hope everything in your world is super duper. Who else is here? Paco is here. Hello to you. Nice to see you joining on the live chat. The world of English is what it's all about. If you are learning English as a second language, or perhaps this might sound strange, but maybe you are here because you want to improve your English as your first language. You might be surprised to find out how many people watch this who already speak English. You might be surprised. I think I would be. Also, Louis. Oh, no, sorry, not Louis, but Louise. Did you see what I did there? I looked at the screen like that, and I didn't see the name clearly. So sometimes you have to concentrate when you're looking at something. Louise. Hello to Louise. It's nice to see you here as well. Maurizio. Hello, fellow English addicts. We are all here together because we are, just like my t-shirt says, English addicts together. Who else is here? Hello, Muhammad Kubaria. Nice to see you here as well. A lot of people here joining me. Alberto, hello. It's been a long time. A big hug from the Canary Islands. Hello to you as well. Thank you. We have Bangladesh watching right now, everyone, on a Sunday afternoon. Hello, Bangladesh. The Mahid. It's nice to see you here as well. Nicholas is here. We also have, guess who is here? Guess who? Can you guess? Well, it is the lady who joins us every Sunday. And there is one thing I know about this lady is she is often very busy in the kitchen, cooking something in her pot.
What's cooking, Claudia? What have you got in your pot? What's cooking, Claudia? Is it something spicy and hot? Is it something salty or not? Oh, Claudia, what is in your pot?
What is in your pot, Claudia? Please let us know on the live chat, and then you can share it with everyone watching today.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
That is the reason why we are here, to have fun, but also to learn those lovely words and phrases of the English language. Hello, Palmyra. I have a new device. I have a new tablet. It is new, so I might make some mistakes. It is a Xiaomi. Now, I think Xiaomi is a Chinese brand. Am I right? Chinese. A lot of computers, a lot of devices are made in China, but there are also lots of Chinese brands as well. Did you know Lenovo is a Chinese brand? Used to be IBM, but now it is Lenovo, based in China. Giovanni, hello there. It is Giovanni, watching at the moment in a very rainy Italy. How are you doing? It is a long time since my last presence here. Unfortunately, my stream keeps lagging. There is nothing worse than your stream lagging. It is terrible. No one likes it. Who else is here? Oh, very Saturino. Hello, Saturino. You are very welcome today. We have some beautiful weather. Now, yesterday, I don't know what was happening yesterday with the weather, but we had lots of rain, all sorts of horrible weather yesterday. However, today, outside my studio window, everything is looking rather nice, I have to say, outside. We have beautiful bright sunshine. We have lovely autumn colours as well. I have to say, one of my favourite times of year has to be autumn. We were driving in the car yesterday and we had a lovely drive, and you can see there lots of beautiful autumn colours on the trees. Mr. Steve was driving, I was sitting in the passenger seat. Of course I was filming. I always film things. I can never resist pointing my camera at something as we are driving along. And as you can see, lots of the trees now are coming into season as autumn. Now, I was going to say autumn is arriving, but I think it is safe to say that autumn has now definitely arrived. Here are some other shots that I took on my mobile phone, and you can see there are still a lot of green leaves, but you will also notice there are some gold leaves, some brown leaves. This is typical. It is the typical scene that you will see during the autumn months. So this is nothing unusual. In fact, it is quite normal for this time of year. You will often see lots and lots of beautiful colours. I love autumn. Autumn is when everything goes to sleep. Lots of things will die off. And then spring is when it all comes back. So we have winter in between autumn and spring. So in the middle we have winter, which is a season that a lot of people do not like at all. In fact, many animals will go to sleep. They will go into hibernation, a long, deep sleep during the winter months. I wish we could do that. I wish human beings were able to hibernate, to go to sleep during those horrible cold winter months. Unfortunately, we can't. It's a shame, I know. Of course, I love looking at words and phrases from the English language, and today we are looking at some words and phrases connected to making decisions, deciding things. Life is full of decisions. It's true. Every day, the moment you wake up, you have to make decisions. You have to choose things, and then you have to decide from those choices. And that is what we are talking about today. Here is another phrase, another word we often use in English when we are talking about advertising. Maybe if you have a small business and you are trying to create publicity for your business because you want people to come and use your service. Perhaps you are running a restaurant, something like that. Here is a word. The word is gimmick. Gimmick. Interesting word. The word gimmick is a noun that names the act of doing something for attention. You want people to see you. You want people to notice you. Or maybe the thing you are selling. Quite often, you will use a gimmick. It is a noun that names the act of doing something for attention or as a means of attracting attention in the form of publicity. So it does happen quite often in advertising when people are trying to get publicity for something. They will create a gimmick. In advertising, a gimmick will be created as a way of creating a buzz. You are trying to create interest or attention. You do something to get noticed. Quite often, a gimmick is used in advertising. So that is when we use gimmicks quite often to create a buzz for a certain product or service. Quite often we will describe a gimmick as a publicity stunt, something a person does that gets attention, something a person or a company will do quite often as a type of advertisement. For example, someone dressed as a frog dancing outside a restaurant can be described as a gimmick. It is something that is being done to attract attention, although I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure why you would have someone dressed up as a frog outside a restaurant. It could be a French restaurant, I suppose. Mr. Duncan, you are so naughty. So gimmick is often used. We often use the term gimmick to describe something that is being done for publicity, something that might get attention from other people. Maybe I decide to get some publicity for my English channel. Perhaps I go into the centre of Much Wenlock and I dress up in some fancy clothing, or maybe something that gets attention. Maybe I wear a t-shirt with my email address or my website address, and people will see it. So we often describe this type of thing as a gimmick. It is a word we use quite often, especially in advertising or something that is used as a way of getting attention. We describe it as a gimmick. I love English. I have a feeling you do as well, because this is the reason why you are here. We have a lot of people watching today. Wagner is here. Hello, Wagner. It's nice to see you here. We also have Khan as well. Hello, Khan. Nice to see you here. Christina is here as well. Lots of people on the live chat. If you've never said hello before, now is your chance. You have a chance right now. You can type your name. You can say hello to everyone on the live chat. Oh, I've just noticed we have someone here who I've not seen for a long time. Can I say hello to Pedro Belmont? is here. Hello, Pedro. Nice to see you here. It is a lovely surprise to have you back here. You have decided to reacquaint yourself. To reacquaint means to get in touch with something you used to do or people you used to know. You reacquaint yourself. To reacquaint is to refamiliarize. You get to know that thing again. Reacquaint. If you want, I can put that on the live chat. Reacquaint. Done. Wasn't that easy? It was. To reacquaint is to get back in touch with someone or something. You reconnect. It is a very interesting word. Monica. Thank you, Monica. Monica is sending a special congratulations. Well done, Mr. Duncan. 19 years on YouTube. It is true. I have been doing this for a very long time. Sometimes, I will be honest with you, sometimes I do become tired when I'm doing this. Especially last week, because last week I did 3 live streams last week. Not 1, not 2, but 3, as a way of celebrating my 19 years on YouTube. Pedro says, normally during the morning I am very busy. Yes, it is strange sometimes when we think of people being busy on Sunday, because here in the UK we often think of people taking rests, relaxing normally on Sunday. Some people will go to church on Sunday. Other people will stay in bed and be rather lazy. Maybe tomorrow I will do that. Hello, Henry. Henry Gossett is here. Hello, Henry. It's nice to see you here. Hello, Enda. Hello, Yinanine. Hello, also Giovanni Rivetti. Hello, Giovanni. Oh my goodness. It's been a long time since I've seen you here. Giovanni is back. That almost deserves something I haven't done for a long time. That deserves a fancy pants. That's enough. We can't have too much excitement. Too much excitement on a Sunday might be seen as a bad thing. Hello also to Ong Myozor, who says, Mr. Duncan, I am a very big fan of yours. Thank you very much, Ong Myozor. I am wondering now where you are watching. Where are you? Where are you watching? I'm very nosy. Please tell me where you are. That would be very nice. I will take a quick break, a very short break, if you don't mind. Do you mind if I take a break? Well, I'm going to anyway. I will be back in a moment with more English Addict. We are looking at choices and decisions, making choices, making those important decisions in life. Something we all have to do from time to time. All of that coming up next.
I'm a big boy now.
English Addict is with you today. I hope you are having a good Sunday wherever you are watching in the world.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun.
We are having fun. We are having a lot of fun today because that is what it's all about. If you can't have fun in your life, well, you should, to be honest with you. That is my advice. Always have a little bit of fun. Wake up with a smile on your face. That's what I do every morning. I wake up, I always have a smile on my face. I'm not joking. Definitely. I do have a smile on my face. Hello to, now we have some new people joining. Milad. Hello, Milad. Nice to see you here today. Also, we have Aziz John as well. Hello, Aziz John. It's nice to see you here on the live chat as well. It's so nice to have so many people joining. Today we are looking at some words and phrases connected to something we all have to do in life. We have no choice, in fact. You might say there is no choice. No choice. Sometimes we have to make a choice. We have to make a decision to choose something. You make a choice. You have to come to a decision. You have to think about something. And quite often a decision is required or needed. So that is what we are looking at today. Are you ready? Here we go. Choices and decisions, everyone. In life, I think it's fair to say that in life there are always choices that are offered to us. And quite often when a choice is offered or given, you have to make a decision. So that is what we are looking at today. The words choose and decide appear similar in meaning, but are actually used differently. So this is the area we are going to look at today. We are looking at ways of expressing choice and decision. To choose and to decide. Choose is the selection from a selection. You choose something that is offered to you, normally a selection. So the selection is the thing you are choosing. You choose something from a selection. So there you can see a very interesting word, and that's the reason why I've used it twice. Choose is a verb that defines the action of making a choice. So when you make a choice, you choose something. You are choosing a certain thing. We will go into detail about that in a few moments. You choose something from a choice offered. To offer is to put something towards another person. You offer something. You might offer one thing to someone, But quite often you will be offered a choice. I might offer a choice to you. You choose something from a choice. For example, on this photograph here, you can see there is a selection of bread, different types of bread. So you might describe this as a choice, a selection of things, and you can choose something from it. Choose is a verb. You are doing that thing. You choose that thing. Oh, I will have that. I will have that. Choose. It is a verb. Choice is a noun. Choice is the thing that is on offer. You are looking at the choice that is offered to you. You must choose from the choice. Not as confusing as it first seems. For example, a choice of bread. So here you can see a selection. You have a choice. You can choose something from that choice. Quite often in a restaurant or a cafe, you will be given a choice of things you can order from the restaurant. The thing you want is often described as your preference. The thing you want is your preference. The word preference means the thing you prefer. That is your choice. The thing you choose is your preference. If you have a choice, the thing you choose is the thing you prefer. I would like that. I prefer that one thing. Preference is your choice, the thing you choose. And of course, don't forget, preference can be used in many parts of life, many parts of your daily life, something you choose, something you want. Personal preference is the thing you like, the thing you want. It is your preference. You might say, I want that. You can see here a choice is being made. I want that. I will have that one, please. If you are ordering something in a shop, perhaps you are buying some bread or a cake, something from a shop, you might have to make a choice. You might say, I want that. Can I have that, please? I will have that one, please. Quite often you will indicate by pointing, or you gesture towards something. You have made your choice, something you choose from a selection. You choose that thing. You have made a choice, something you have already chosen. To decide relates to the act of choosing. You normally indicate by pointing. To indicate means to show something you want or something you are about to do. You indicate. You give a sign. Decide is a verb. Decision is the noun. To decide relates to the act of choosing. The decision is the thing you have chosen. That is the choice you've made. It is your decision. The thing you want. Here we go. A selection is normally offered. So quite often when you have a choice, normally there is a selection. Things that you can choose from. Which one would you choose from here? So perhaps you could tell me on the live chat. Maybe there is something here on the screen that you would like. Maybe one thing. If I gave you the choice of coffee, tea, or hot chocolate, which one would you choose? What would your choice be? If I asked you to choose from here, what would you choose? Would you have coffee? Would you have tea? Or would you choose hot chocolate? So that is how it works. When you make a choice, you make a selection, you choose something normally from things that are offered. Something that is offered to you. More than one thing is offered as a choice. You choose from the choice. Beatrice says, I would love to have the tea, a cup of tea. I suppose also it depends what time of day it is. For example, I normally have a cup of tea in the morning. So when I start my day, I have a cup of tea. In the mid-morning, normally around 11 o'clock, I have a cup of coffee. And then in the afternoon, normally around 4 o'clock, I will have a cup of tea. So sometimes you choose something depending on what time it is. What time do you have your coffee? What time do you have your tea? So in the morning, I will choose my tea. In the mid-morning, I will choose to have coffee. Some people might want something very sweet. Hot chocolate, perhaps. Many people have hot chocolate at night before they go to bed. They might have a cup of hot chocolate before they go to bed. We have some choices. Vishaya would like to have some hot chocolate. I have to say, I do like a cup of hot chocolate at night. It can be very good to help you sleep. Milad, hello Milad. I would like to have some tea because it's usually cheap in a cafe. Here in Much Wenlock, which is the place I live, there are many, many cafes and tea rooms here in Much Wenlock. During the summer we get lots of tourists coming here, so normally they will want to go somewhere for a drink. We have cafes, we have tea rooms, we also have restaurants as well here in Much Wenlock. So yes, you're right, you can have a cup of tea, maybe something to eat, maybe a small snack and a cup of tea. Hello Saturino, you might have to choose the taste of your ice cream. If there are only 2 flavours. Well, if you only have a choice of 2 things, then you don't have much choice. There are only 2 things. So if you want to choose something from just 2 things, you might say that there is not much choice because only 2 things are being offered. But you are right. There are many different types of ice cream, many different flavours of ice cream. You are right. Can you hear my stomach? If you were wondering what that rumbling sound was, that was my stomach. Hello, Marcia. I love hot chocolate when it is cold and raining. It is something that is comforting. I always think, and maybe it's just me, I don't know, maybe it's just my own personal feeling, but I always find hot chocolate is very comforting. Something nice to hold and drink. Comforting. Something is comforting, it makes you feel relaxed. It gives you comfort. So it would appear that some people like to have tea. Not many people have said coffee, which is surprising. Now, I thought many people would say coffee would be their choice, but not. You might ask someone, what do you prefer? What do you prefer? What would you like? What do you prefer? You might ask someone, what is your preference? What is your preference? What do you want? Which would you rather have? So again, we are using different ways to ask the same question. So all of these sentences are basically the same thing. What do you prefer? What is your preference? Which would you rather have? If you had the choice, which one would you choose? And if you gave an answer to that question, you would say, I prefer coffee. I prefer tea. I prefer hot chocolate. You might ask for something from the choice. Can I have a cup of coffee? Can I have a cup of tea? Can I have a hot chocolate? You are expressing your choice. The choice offered is the thing put forward. The choice made is the thing you choose. The thing selected is the thing you choose. So you choose from the choice. But the choice is also offered as well. So you might say it is a two-way thing. You can offer a choice. You can select from a choice. You can also use the past of that particular word. What was chosen? What was chosen? Maybe you ask a question about something that happened yesterday. I went to the shop and I went into the cake shop and I bought a cream cake. Chosen in the past. Something chosen is the past. To choose is the verb. Chose is the past tense. For example, in a sentence we can say he chose the hot chocolate. He chose the hot chocolate. We are using that to show the past tense. The thing was chosen. Chosen is the verb. We are using that as the past participle, something that was done. Chosen can be the adjective. You are showing the state of something or the status of something. For example, you might say that someone is the chosen one, a person who has been selected or picked out. That person is seen as the best. He is or she is the chosen one. To be selected from a group. We might ask a person to make their choice. If you make your choice, it means you make a selection. You choose from the things on offer. You make your choice. You take your pick. You pick one. You might ask a person, which do you want? Which one? If there is a choice of things, you have to make your choice. You have to take your pick. So we often use this particular phrase when we are asking a person to make a choice. Take your pick. Make your choice. So both of those sentences are the same thing. You make your choice, you take your pick. Making choices and decisions happen all the time. There is always something to choose from or to decide on. If there is no choice to select from, we might just ask, what do you want? So normally we will use the term what to mean generally anything. There is no choice. You might just ask, what do you want? What? To explain that a little clearer, which suggests a choice can be made from a list or a selection on offer. Which, quite often, there is a choice to choose from. Which? What is asked as a general question, quite often with no choices offered. What is normally general. Which is normally specific. Certain things can be chosen. You can have a choice. Which one do you want? If we are asking generally, we will ask, what do you want? What do you want? What is general? What do you want from me? What? It can be anything. It is a general question. What do you want from me? Quite often it is in relation to a thing, something you want, something you need. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? In this particular sentence, we are looking for the reason for something or the purpose of something. What are you doing here? What is your reason for being here? What is your purpose? What are you doing here? Once again, using what in general terms. What was that noise? What was that noise? What was that noise? You are inquiring. You are asking a general question. You inquire. Something you heard. Something happened. Normally through sound. What was that noise? You might have difficulty understanding someone. You might say, what are you saying? What are you saying? I don't understand. I want to understand what you are saying, but I don't. What are you saying? What shall we do tonight? What shall we do tonight? Again, there is a choice. Lots and lots of choices. You could do anything. You could go out. You could stay in. You could go to the cinema. You could go to a nice restaurant. You could go to bed and have a nice long sleep. What shall we do tonight? You inquire. If you inquire, you ask. You ask a person to make their choice. What is general? A general question. What shall we do tonight? It can be anything. What is going on? What is going on? Again, you want to know what is happening. You want to understand the situation that is occurring. What is going on? What? So when we use what, we are talking generally. Remember that. Generally. What? Decide can refer to an action or steps taken. I will decide next year whether to leave home or not. I will decide next year. So in this sense, we are showing that in the future, we will decide what to do. We must decide on a new name for our company. Again, you have to think about something you are going to do. This one is in the future. This one is now. We have to decide now. I will decide later, in the future. I will do it later. A decision is something decided on. You decide on something. For example, when I decided or had to choose what to call my YouTube channel way back in 2006, when I first started my YouTube channel, I had to choose a name. I had to decide what to call my YouTube channel. The thing decided is the decision. You come to a decision. You have decided what to do. You have made a decision. A decision has been made. So you might describe a decision as something created in your mind. You decide on something, the thing you want to do, the thing you want to say, the action that you want to undertake. You make a decision. There are many different types of decision to be made in life. For example, important decisions. So there are some things you have to decide that are important. Your career choice. What do you want to do in your work? What is the job that you would like to do through your life? Your career choice. The thing you want to do in your life. What do you want to do? What is your choice of career? You have to decide what you want to do as your job. There might be life choices. Choices you make in your life. Big decisions that you have to make. You have to make a choice. You have to decide what you want to do during your life. Then, of course, there are small decisions. Decisions that are small, not important. For example, what shall I have to eat? What shall I eat after my live stream is finished? Because my stomach keeps making a noise. And yes, in case you're wondering, I am hungry. I am. I'm very hungry at the moment. Very hungry. Meals. You have to choose what to eat. Clothing. You might wake up in the morning. The first thing you have to decide is what to wear. What shall I wear today? You have to choose from a selection of clothes. You have to make a choice. We often describe important decisions as crucial. If something is crucial, it is important. It is serious. It is a big decision. Something that is crucial is important. Crucial. A career decision. Again, this is a big decision. You are choosing what to do with your life. I have to say, that is a pretty big decision. Very big. Life decisions can be anything, I suppose. Maybe your job, your career, your plans. Do you want to stay at home? Do you want to leave home? Do you want to find a place of your own? You want to live in your own place? An apartment or a house? Perhaps your life choice or your life decision could be the person you spend your life with. Your partner. You find a partner. That is also, I suppose, a type of life decision. Something you are deciding on. In life, there are many decisions that must be made. Fortunately, for most of the time, they are small things. They are small decisions. Choices are small. Sometimes choices and decisions are big. They have an effect on your life. It is, as they say, part of life. Hello, Saturino. Mr. Duncan, let's eat pizza. Because yesterday I had pizza. That is a great idea. By the way, in case you're wondering, tonight I'm having chili con carne. A beautiful dish. Very nice. What are you having? Did we ever find out what Claudia was making today in her pot? Because I didn't see it. I didn't see it on the live chat. Claudia, what do you have in your pot today? Please let me know. I will be going in a moment. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. Here live every Sunday. Don't forget, I am with you every Sunday from 2 p.m. UK time. Every Sunday I am here with you. I've just realised there is something I need to change here. So please, if I seem distracted at the moment, it's because I have to change something very important on my computer. There is always something I forget, you see. Always something I forget. Sometimes those things are not important. Other times they are. This particular thing was very important. Okay, I've put it right. Good. See you next Sunday. This is Mr. Duncan saying thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. And yes, this is live, as you can see. Sometimes things don't go right, you see. Sometimes things go wrong. but it proves that this is live. Thank you for your company. I will not keep you any longer because I'm sure you have lots of things to do, lots of choices to make today. Catch you next Sunday. This is Mr. Duncan saying thank you. Thank you, Valentin. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Vitas. Thank you, Maria. Can I also say a big thank you to Dorothy as well, who made a donation last week to help this continue, hopefully, for another year at least. And of course, until the next time we meet, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Take care of yourselves. Keep that smile upon your face as you walk amongst the human race. And I will see you very soon. And of course, ta-ta for now. See you next Sunday. Yes.
Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat. Learn together and have fun. Say goodbye to Duncan and all the lovely words and phrases of the English language. Join with Mr. Duncan on the live chat.